Hello. And again, thank you. I reiterate what Sister Danielle has shared with you. It's, I think, coming here today, I'm giving the last part of my talk at the first in case I don't get to it. It's such an honor to be invited here. And if anything, if we don't leave you with a message, how deeply loved we feel that you're being with us today. And so that has been a great deal of our energy and of our joy here. I'm just going to repeat a little bit because I didn't realize there was so much history in the video. But my part is to talk about the contributions the sisters have made in these past 60 years, 65 actually. In 1994, as we said, the sisters were asked to come to Ogden via Monsignor Giroux, who was a pastor, and through the chamber, so that, and he looked for a community that had lots of sisters. And would you believe, at that time, in 1943, we were a part of a community of 1,200 sisters. Think of that today. It's a wonderful memory. And so we were asked, and we accepted the challenge and the opportunity by the grace of God. And so the hospital, St. Benedict's Hospital, was dedicated by the bishop from Salt Lake City on September 18th, 1946. And the first patient was admitted on September 20th. And it was a charity case. And to this day, I believe the sisters knew that establishing a partnership with the community and treating all who work in the hospital and those they were treated and cared for as if they were Christ in person. And what has happened is there's been a deeply ingrained legacy of compassionate care. And that is what we're hoping for to this day and beyond. It's that compassionate care. And so that to assure the availability of good partners in this mission, this ministry of healing, that's when the nursing school was established. And in fact, hundreds of women, and some men too, were trained in nursing, but also other health professions. I think radiology was very strong. Sister Jean was a graduate of the radiology department. When St. Benedict's Hospital was sold to Health Trust in 1994, at that time we were a member of the Holy Cross Health System. And so that the leadership of that health system believed they could not maintain hospitals in the Utah area. So we got sold with them, and then, so the big change there was going from a nonprofit Catholic institution to a for-profit. And so it was very interesting to see what would our future be. And we all decided that our reason for being in healthcare had not changed at all. It was there, we were there to care for the people, to give them our hospitality, our love, but also to work side and side with our employees. We respected them so very much. So from 1994, we have maintained a presence in the hospital. And I have to say to you that the reception, the respect, and sheer gratitude that we sisters have been there through administration and through the staff has just been phenomenal. We couldn't have asked for more approval. It's interesting, we are now called Ogden Regional Medical Center. We had a patient the other day, and she insisted she did not want to be at Ogden Regional Medical Center. She wanted to be at St. Benedict's Hospital. So we all kept saying, "You're here at St. Benedict's Hospital. It's okay." At present, I continue to be Director of Mission Services and Community Outreach. And we have a very viable, robust pastoral care department. We offer 24/7 call to, we can assist those in crises, those that are needing just that spiritual component. The thrust is to meet each one holistically. Their physical, their social, and their spiritual needs to be met. We're fortunate to have 6 very mature spiritual chaplains who work at that, and Sister Mary is in that capacity too. I appreciate her so much. And the beauty of all that is, and I think the reward that we get in ministering is that regardless of religion and of race or of ethnic origin or their economical status, each one is received in that capacity. And I always tell the new employees and the staff, a healthcare institution is a very sacred place, and it's a spiritual umbrella that embraces all of us, irrespective of what religious affiliation we may have. And so that has to be our driving force, our energy, our reason for being there, is that we have such a privilege of caring for people when they are in a most vulnerable, difficult situation. And so the mission could not be the same as care must be taken of the sick as if they were Christ in person, but it's built on that foundation. In the state, our mission says to improve the well-being of people in the community by providing high-quality care with compassion and respect for each person's worth and dignity in a cost-effective and financial responsive manner. And so that's what we uphold today. At the time the hospital was sold, there was a foundation in the hospital that was used for the needs of the hospital, but that foundation was presented to the sisters. And so with that, the foundation was established to be sponsored by the sisters themselves, because if it was, the hospital was no longer nonprofit, we could not use that foundation in that regard. And so the purpose of the foundation was to solicit and receive gifts, grants, bequests, contribution, and other financial aid from the general public and other sources for the support and maintenance of charitable, religious, and educational activities supported by the Sisters of St. Benedict. And in 1996, the foundation made its first grant distribution to Northern Utah nonprofit organizations. From 1996 to 2013, St. Benedict's Foundation has granted $5.6 million to these organizations. Each year, over 8,000 individuals, mostly women and children, receive needed services through grants provided by the foundation. Now, as we move forward, 2013 to 2017, the foundation will continue to provide annual grants to the 16 organizations selected by the Sisters of St. Benedict, and these organizations will receive a percentage of the balance of the foundation's investment portfolio until 2017, at which time all the money plus interest will be distributed. There's over 4 million that will be distributed back into the community during that time. We sisters jokingly say we're not taking 1 penny of it back with us. And so I have one more piece of information. 2014, St. Benedict's Foundation will be known as St. Benedict's Foundation Restricted Fund. And the United Way of Northern Utah and the Bank of Utah will provide the distribution to the named organizations. We appreciate them very much. Before closing, let me share the hopes that when we became a permanent monastery in 1994. We said, we believe strongly in our commitment to remain among the people of Utah. We look forward with faith and a sense of excitement, with a desire to respond in all sincerity to the will of God. I believe we can witness that same sense of sincerity to the will of God, realizing it is time to again respond to what He's asking of us. Like all of you present here, difficult situations are made daily. And it may not be a decision that we like to make, but it's one that we must make. This community has called us forth, and I personally believe that we were able to accomplish things we never thought possible because of the tremendous support we have received from wonderful women and men like you. And so, as we go forward, we leave you with our love and our hearts full of gratitude.